So we have been treating the path of the 40 steps. Uh, do you remember that I told you the first 15 steps are the preparatory steps? And even when you follow these preparatory steps, you undergo a tremendous change in your life. The 16th step, the real journey starts. Literally, it is translated as Shravanam, hearing, listening the principles from a teacher. So I'll give you a brief glimpse of listening about this step today before I start with the next step. Shravanam. Shravana means listening. It's a great. It's one of the most important principles. Why? First thing, it deals with 7 or 8 questions. What is suffering? What causes me the suffering? How it has come into my life? How does it continue to stay? How one can get out of it completely? Means, how can I bring an end to the suffering? What is non-self? What is the real self? How do I follow the path of discernment and dispassion? I'm giving you a little, just understand only one part of it. There are around 25 parts. So the Eastern wisdom said, listening to it again and again from the teacher who explains from a different perspective, and maybe one day one perspective touches your heart and the intellect, and you say, done. I'm already into this. The spark inside, you see that spark. I got it, what you are saying. So that is why this Shravanam is important. Now, what is the goal of this Shravanam? I just give you brief and then we will go one part of the Shravanam. Have you experienced you are sleeping and you wake up and your hand moves to your smartphone to check if there is any email or text message has come? Even if you have kept your phone on silent mode, you wake up, first you see, you want to search your smartphone. You wake up, you have an urge, you go to the restroom. You are searching. You want to be sure, where is my smartphone? But do you ever search yourself when you wake up? No. You never search yourself. You have a belief without reason that I am searching smartphone. But I don't search myself before I search the smartphone. Are you getting it? We don't have a doubt that I exist. I am. I don't move my hand when I wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, here I am. I never say it. I see either the smartphone, I switch on the light, I see the word outside. Are you getting it? We don't have a doubt that I exist. So, Shravanam, listening to the teacher, following these principles, helps you to remove the doubt about your real self. That is the goal. Clear? Now understand. If you don't listen to these principles and you are doing meditation without understanding these principles, and in the meditation the mind drops unconsciously down, you have hallucinative experiences, you come out and you say, I had a beautiful experience. I see the Jesus, I see the God, I see Krishna. that will destroy you. So what is important? Knowledge is important also to succeed meditation. And meditation is important to experience the state of meditation based on the knowledge. Are you getting it? I'm just covering briefly. If you guys are interested, then now see that how we deal with the body in the, I live with the same way as you live. I eat more or less the same thing as whatever you eat, more or less the same thing. I wear the same dress. But how I deal with the body, how the masters deal with the body inside, that has to be heard again and again and again and again. So just go slowly. First step, you'll be surprised. 1300 years ago, 1300 years ago, this master has written this verse. Let us know the body. What is this body? He says it is made up of 7 ingredients: bone marrow, bones, fat, flesh, blood, skin, epidermis. Do you agree? Oh, we see that. Huh? The body is made up of 7 ingredients. We know the parts of the body: the hand, arms, head, nose, and etc., etc. Then the master says, what is it? It is all matter. The master asks, do you agree? Is it all matter? Yes, it is all matter. Are you clear? It is all matter? Then the master goes to the second statement. When you say this matter, I and mine, you add body means matter, I and mine. What happens? Identification. Identification. This is my cell phone, but I am not the cell phone, but I and mine. First, it starts with the mind, and then gradually, unconsciously, I say this, I am the body. So the moment that identification takes place, what happens? The delusion. What is delusion? What appears true is not true. Our master gives the example, mirage. I see the water. Appears true, but it is not true. The sky appears blue, but it is not blue. Science tells us. You see that? From where we started, body, parts. Body is made up of this. All are matter. Now, my mind says I and mine. It adds my and mine. I am not the body. But I feel I am the body, so it is a delusion. Pay attention. Now the third part. Because of this matter only, I have the physical sense organs, eyes, ears, tongue, nose. Do you agree? Matter, sense organs are matter. Are you ready? Are you clear? Sense organs. My ear is made up of matter, isn't it? Right? So what it will do? Principle is like attracts like. Sense organs are attracted to the objects in the world naturally by default. Because like attracts like. Isn't it true? That is why we get fascinated. How beautiful the home is. How beautiful the women is. You see that? Do you see that? Like attracts like. Matter to matter. Do you get it? That liking, master says, causes the attachment in the mind. Are you getting it? Sergey, your glasses are beautiful. Like attracts like. You see that? Like attracts like. Stephen, your cap is very good. Huh? Like attracts like. By default, we don't realize it. That causes the attachment in the mind. And that leads to the delusion. It strengthens my conviction that I am the body. Are you getting it? I'm covering in a very brief manner, very slow. Do you understand? Huh? Are you getting it? It is only one principle. The step 16, that is Shravanam, it has more than 25, and I can say it has more than 50 set of principles that needs to be understood. So I'm picking up only with reference to the body. First, it starts with the matter, body. Then that same matter created the sense organ, like attracts like, and that is why by default we like something, by default we dislike something. We cannot change this. Clear? And it is a delusion because attachment causes the delusion, and that leads to suffering. But the master doesn't stop there. He asks you, how many sense organs you have? 5. Right? Deer has one sense organ that is very strong. Now see that. Now we are talking of discernment and dispassion. How to get rid of that sense that I'm not the body. I have to contemplate and think and become aware. What is that? Do you know the deer animal, which has a very strong sense of hearing? Yeah? Because they detect the tiger and they get out of it. But at the same time, that sense of hearing, what happens? That sense of hearing, they get addicted to the music, by which it gets entrapped by the hunter. Are you getting it? The hunter starts, they keep the very beautiful music and they wait behind the bush and the deer comes, done. One sense organ is strong. Do you know which sense organ is strong in elephant? Sense of touch. And the hunter attracts the elephant, male elephant, by the she elephant. Die. Moth. The master is explaining 1300 years ago. Moth, the sense of sight. You see that? Have you seen that? Around the light outside, the moth, you find a lot of moths are dying. They die because there is only one sense organ is strong. What about the fish? Ask those people who catch fish. Sense of taste. They are caught. What about honeybee? Sense of smell. These animals have only one sense organ that is strong. What about the human being? All 5 sense organs are strong. So strong. By default, they like something, they dislike something. They get engaged into like and disliking. That causes the attachment. Attachment causes the delusion, and delusion causes the suffering. Are you getting it? I'm just explaining briefly. Every verse has to be explained in detail. So now what the master says. That these sense organs that goes after liking and disliking, which causes attachment, is more poisonous than the poison of a cobra snake. I say that, your glasses are beautiful, your cap is very good, you are beautiful, but I have to maintain awareness. Is there a liking or disliking? Is an attachment or detachment? In where? Inside my head. That will keep my mind free from the thoughts. Look at the master's beautiful if it goes into your head and descends down into the heart. He said that a snake bite is deadly because the poison enters the bloodstream. But the sense objects are deadly through a mere sight of it, causes the likes and dislikes. It doesn't mean that we should not live in the world. Don't take it otherwise. We have to continue to live into the same world, but I have to change my perception inside. Any likes and dislikes should not cause an attachment. The attachment will make my mind distracted. So ultimately, what is the next step he is explaining? The sense organ causes the desire because of likes and dislikes. We don't realize this. And once the desire is born, that is projecting happiness outside. Then we no longer remain human being. We become one of those 5 animals, ready to get entrapped. And that is why we suffer. What should be done? I have been emphasizing in the beginning how to become a seeker, practice of discernment, practice of dispassion. Now, see, one master says that is again a most beautiful statement, most beautiful principle he elaborates. If I have a lower level of dispassion, okay, I have heard you, beard guy. I understand what is attachment. I don't get worried about this likes and dislikes. Intellectually, you have understood, but you don't apply the dispassion and the discernment in your daily life, you will fall back. You will destroy yourself. Because that creates a false notion that I have achieved. I know. I have heard that guy. So, Master warns you, don't get caught by the false sense of detachment with sense objects. Why it happens? Because you don't practice discernment and dispassion in your daily life. And if the dispassion is at the highest level, what happens? You always succeed. Just a couple of things. Now, Master gives you a choice. You say, what? I see the eyes. I see through my eyes. If one thing is beautiful, I must praise it. Master is saying, I'm not saying this. Don't praise it. Don't appreciate it outwardly. But find out, do it causes your attachment inside your mind? That is the problem. So you have 2 options. Choice 1, pleasure seeking mind, or you are a seeker. Find yourself. You appreciate. I have a wonderful house. Example, I'm a trustee of the house. I have told you a couple of times. So I have a beautiful house. Now I went to David House. It's such a beautiful house, big lawn. I must appreciate what is good. But does my mind create an attachment, a desire to possess that kind of a house needs to be dropped? Are you getting it? So choice 1, pleasure, keep the pleasure seeking mind or become a seeker. Choice 2, accept poison in your life or follow nectar. Patience. No, I have what I have. That is beautiful. That is good. Let me work, but don't get attracted to the poison that is. Now, the third choice. You see the in depth psychology there. He has written the text 1300 years ago. What we do? Okay, let me attend the meditation. Today I'm not feeling good. So let me take rest. You are not feeling good because of this delusion. You postpone it. I don't get time. Tatiana is good. So I'm not getting a time. So you postpone this journey or you are ready to liberate yourself. Third choice. Can I choose the path? So when the master concludes, he says, attachment to the body must be dropped. I love my car, whatever the car I have. I take care of it. I keep it always clean. Casey was saying that, you always, your car is always clean. So what did I say? When you organize your outer life, it has a tremendous influence on your mind. Whatever the car is, use, new, high, low. No, I must keep it clean. But I'm not attached to the car. Same way, I must care the body, but I'm not attached to the body. That is the conclusion. So there are people who do not understand it clearly. Then the master hammers your mind and asks you, do you have 5 sense organs and 5 motor organs? Yes. Are they beautiful? Yes. What they are made up of? Matter. And every day in the morning, what they give you? What these sense organ give you in the morning? You have to wash your eyes to remove the dirt. You have to clear your nose, the same dirt, motor organs. You have to go to the restroom. You cannot hold the urine. You cannot hold the fecal matter. What all these sense organ gives you in the morning, every day in the morning. Think of it. Does it give you anything that is productive, useful? Nose, you have to throw it out. Eyes, you have to clean your ears. You never get tired of cleaning this. So the master is hammering, look at this. This is made up of matter. You don't understand? You don't want to get detached? Think of it, what it gives you every day in the morning. But then master says, body is the seat of experiences of the self. So you have to maintain this body, but with an awareness that I am not the body. I am not the body. So once you are aware that I'm not the body, just an awareness, I have to maintain awareness. This is my car. My master used to say, this is my horse. Now this horse has become old. What is the result of this entire listening? When you contemplate and reflect, it gives you a deep insight into you that definitely you are different from the body. You are separate from the body. And once that idea strikes to your mind, the mind remains clear. And that goes into deeper meditation. So today we understood only one more aspect of the step 16. We'll go back to the same journey next time. So let us close your eyes and we start with our journey of meditation. The stage when eyes are closed and you are looking at the body is steady. Are you aware of this body as an instrument now? Just now. It is an instrument. You have parked the car outside. Does it move by itself? Understand. It is my desire, liking and disliking. The impressions inside causes the body to move. See that. So now that knowledge is being applied, look inside the head in the space and become aware of the calmness. The body, your mind doesn't take time to become aware that the body is an instrument. Body, here I put you in this position. You are parked. Finished. You see that we make a lot of complaint. Oh, my body today, my body today. That is all crazy stuff. You see that now in light of today's understanding? And then settle the body. Move the mind from the top of the head to the toe, looking at all the joints of the body and experiencing sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Being comfortable is done. How easy it is done. Now the third step is being carefree. Let the thought come and go like the birds flying in the sky. The sky is the deeper layer of the mind. How simple it is. It moves so slowly. Being casual. Casual. Oh, body is an instrument. I have parked it. Do I need to remember? No. When you remember? Because of the delusion. What is that delusion? I am the body. You see, knowledge and practice both are required. Now, the second step is all about purification of the mind. Looking inside the belly, what you are looking in the space, what you see in the space. At a point in the space, you experience the calmness and start breathing quick, short, and playful breath from both the nostrils. Keep looking inside the belly button or inside the head. But you are inhaling and exhaling from the belly. But the body maintains the steadiness. I like it. You got it today. Your focus is on the breath. The body remains steady, except the belly is moving in and out. Continue. Don't force the body to move here and there while breathing in and out. Remember this. So you get that awareness naturally. And that separates the body from you. When you live in that awareness that I'm the body and you are practicing meditation, first, that meditation will be the last meditation, means you will live in meditation from then, from onwards. It is such a beautiful journey. Continue. And now stop this. Take a deep, silent, slow inhalation. First into the belly, then into the rib cage. And while exhaling, looking deep inside the forehead, start the humming sound, louder, deeper, longer. Every inhalation is deep, silent, and slow. It takes longer time, more time than the previous inhalation, and every humming is louder than the previous one. Just continue. The mind is continuously doing the humming sound. Long, deep. Continue in the state of sensation, being comfortable and steadiness in the body. And the mind is looking deep inside the forehead in the space, and you feel the tremendous vibrations inside the forehead. Now stop this humming, but continue the deep, silent, and slow inhalation and exhalation. The mind is moving inside the spine as you start inhaling from the crown of the head to the tailbone and dropping Om Shanti 5 times. When you exhale, deep, silent, and slow, the mind rises from the tailbone to the top of the head, dropping Om Shanti 5 times. Understand, you see the space and then you drop Om Shanti inside the spine in the space. Again, you see the space, you drop Om Shanti. You see the space, Om Shanti. It is not habitual. If you are doing habitual, nothing is going to happen. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. No. Om Shanti. Breath is continuing. You see the space. Om Shanti. Again, you see the space. So 5 times. Every inhalation, every exhalation. Why? Not only we are minimizing the distractions, but moving the mind within. Why the distractions? Recall the topic we discussed. Distraction because of the thought. Majority of the thought contains an element of a desire. Desire comes from the attachment. Attachment comes from the likes and dislikes of the senses. Sense organs is nothing but the matter. How dare you matter? Cause my life, makes my life crazy? You say it through the awareness and those distractions are gone. But still, the past impressions accumulated for so many years needs to be erased. That is what we are doing. You're enjoying that. The mind says, I'm enjoying. Means what? The mind is liking what you are doing. Mind is not liking because the sense organs, which acts as a poison, has seen something, created the thought pattern in the form of a desire, subconscious or habitual pattern, is gone. Look at it. Once we understand clearly, we know we can progress. Knowledge has to be clear. To succeed in meditation, experience is essential based on the knowledge. Now, continue moving. The breath in the similar way, leave the Om Shanti, move the mind inside the right arm, in the space inside the right arm. So this stage 3 is little subtler than the previous one. The breath is deep silence, slow breathing is your car. Mind is driver. Driving on the highway that is totally empty. Now you see the result. And the mind, you ask the mind to go deeper within. In the previous step, we were dealing with the distractions. Now we are moving deeper. So, move the mind inside the left arm. So, either at the time of inhaling, the mind moves with the breath inside the left arm in the space, either from the shoulder to the fingertips or finger to the shoulder tips, and vice versa. During exhalation, it is the same. So the mind is constantly moving on the highway, means the space, means the darkness, means the emptiness. That changes the direction of the mind. What the direction is, outside to inside. See how beautiful the masters named that inward moving mind as Pratyak Chetana. Pratyak Chetana is explained by Patanjali. Now moving the mind inside the right leg. Now inside the left leg, knowledge gives the doubt free intellect. Conviction is there. That conviction inspires, maintains awareness of the stillness in the body. I need not to make any effort at all, my friends. Once you park the car, what effort do you need to make to keep it still? See that. That comes by learning, practicing daily, following the knowledge. It doesn't come. And now moving the mind in the spine with the breath without mantra to see if the mind drops gently from the crown of the head to the tailbone and it rises freely from the tailbone in the space to the top of the head. What we are learning and educating the mind, we are educating the mind. See what is inside. There is nothingness. There is no thought. There is no attachment. There is a dispassion. It is a journey from the known to the unknown. And drop this practice. We move to the stage 4, looking inside the head or the heart. If there is a space, you see it, emptiness, do nothing. If anything comes, drop Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. You remember, I say you to drop Om Shanti when any thought comes, any experience appears, even if you feel more tingling, more numbness, any thought from the past or now. How I have been, again I'm repeating, I come to your house, I'm a stranger, you say, who are you, Om Shanti? What you do, Om Shanti? Which car you drive, Om Shanti? Every question. Same way. Any experience that enters into the mind and you drop, you respond with Om Shanti. So what will happen? That mind will go deeper within naturally. Now leave this. We move to the stage 5. Casually walk your mind inside the crown of the head. You see the space. You drop Om. You know, there's a difference between dropping and chanting or speaking. Just drop casually. The moment you drop Om, with a meaning that it is infinite, all pervading consciousness. Then walk inside the forehead. Om. You will see Om merges into the space inside the heart. Take your own time. And then inside the belly, your own time. And again, allow the mind. After all, mind needs something to do. But we are asking the mind to do in perfect natural state, no, without any burden, without any pressure. The mind gets the sense that you are not doing anything. Any activity of the mind reveals our true nature. Now looking at the breath going in and out, no change. Feeling this sensation, 3-pointed awareness. You add the 4-point awareness. What is that? The moment the breath is going in, you simply drop Om and see the space on which the breath is moving. The breath comes out, Om. Any movement, we need a space. We hardly become aware when I move my hand. I cannot if there is no space. So we drop the mind into that space to reveal our true nature. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Beautiful. Bring your mind on the right hand. Your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms. Place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside. Know your experiences. 2 things to go. Share your experiences and have any question. How are you, Sangeet? How are you, Tanya? I don't hear you. You have to unmute.
I see. Yeah, now I'm on mute. It looks like I was sleeping, but it's really so hard to make practice at work. But I really tried, and finally I lost myself.
Practice, regular practice.
Guruji, I would like to ask you, can you send this practice on my email after the class?
Yeah, I'll send it. How are you, Sangeeta?
सर बहुत पीसफुल था और एकदम मतलब सिर्फ आपकी आवाज सुन रही थी और कुछ फील नहीं हो रहा था.
Very good. Listening to my noise or my sound only. And she was totally absorbed. Don't think, I have long beard. I did not have cut. So they are impure. I keep it clean. Body has to be taken care of. How are you, Lara?
I am good. I had an interesting meditation today.
Yeah.
I dropped in really quickly. It was funny because I was kind of reviewing the past couple meditations and I don't remember doing the quick breathing or the humming sound, but today I was conscious of it and aware of it. And then when we were dropping Om Shanti the 5 times, I would get to the 4th one and my heart, it starts to get that little flutter and then I start to feel that. I don't always get that, but it was happening a lot today. I liked that. And I kept trying to get back there and then I couldn't get back there and I had to just be let it be. It's okay. And it'll come back when you need it to.
I'm aware of the entire world as long as I'm in a waking state. I'm lying down on the bed. So what happens? That first I get out of the world outside, then I become aware of the room, I get out of the room. That awareness of the room drops, then I feel the bed, awareness of the bed drops, and then I become aware of the body, awareness of the body drops. That is sleep. That is what happened. Om drops inside the heart. Everything outside is gone. Clutter. Good experience.
And it's almost like it radiates out, is
and
the
then
sensation. Yeah.
Beautiful. How are you, David and Jerry?
for me, it was a very different experience today. It was actually really good. I took to heart the body being an instrument, so I had an out-of-body experience, and I was very detached from my body the entire time, and got into just a very big, bright, light, white something space, very relaxing, and no kind of depth.
That's really a beautiful. You see that? That's what I'm saying. If you are a seeker, you listen to it, you absorb that knowledge, you find that knowledge in the field of awareness. When you are practicing, it drops your mind deeper. And ultimately, you experience the deeper meditative state. So that is why it is required that we should listen and understand. You see? That is important. Beautiful. How are you, Jerry?
I'm good. It's a very deep practice for me as well. Lots of light, lots of white light, a little bit of color, indigo green. My body felt, I didn't feel boundaries at all during the Nyasa. So, just expansive through that. And the oming on the inhale and the exhales just dropped me deeper and deeper and deeper. So
Beautiful.
Another great practice. Thank you.
Beautiful. Sense of the white light at the same time, you don't feel the boundary. Means almost detached from the body. There is somewhere in the mind that knows that I'm not the body. Then what do you see? Lights of different shades. We will talk in detail about those colors. And how are you, Daniel?
I'm fine. I still try to focus during the meditation. What is interesting and also challenging a little bit. And I was thinking also about sense organs during the meditation. And my impression was that they were turned off, except hearing. And
Except
even
hearing.
sometimes feeling was turned off when I lost focus.
That's so beautiful. You know, by listening to the knowledge, today you became intensively aware of the sense organ. And you saw that all the sense organs are turned off. That's a beautiful experience. That keeps your mind totally away from anxiety, stress, and duality. That is the beauty. How are you, my friend Teddy?
I was, I saw the space and I became aware toward the end that I was seeing the space always in front of me. And I
Good.
wasn't understanding how I was seeing the crown. And then I thought that I didn't have to see it visually.
Yes.
Then I separated seeing the space visually, but I thought it was very difficult for me to go back into this part of my head and up to here.
Okay.
And then I was like thinking that the whole meditation was going very well and it was very easy. But then once I had that thought, I realized that I was working. It wasn't casual.
Yeah. You were working, and body was still, so still. You see that once I understand, I give the same example. The car I have parked outside in the garage. Am I worried about it? Am I concerned about it? Do I think about it? I will only think when I have to drive. Now compare that car with the body.
That metaphor worked for me at the beginning. So I went easily at the beginning.
Yes. That is why you see knowledge, meditation, both are required. How are you, Sergey?
Very deep, very calm. And what Daniel mentioned before, when all the sense organs kind of shut it down, and then I hear your voice like somewhere, and it's becoming less and less loud. And then I feel like I'm turning off, and then like coming back again, and then again and again, and like it happens you're in meditation, and then after the end I hear your voice, and I'm still awake.
Beautiful. You both are going to become the seekers, and seeker always succeeds. A beautiful experience. How are you, Stephen?
I'm good. A different experience for me. It was blank. I followed every instruction of your voice, and at each stage, I felt getting deeper and deeper. It was like a split second of each stage that I recognized where I was, and that's why I kept realizing. I kept going deeper and deeper and deeper to absolutely nothing. There was nothing there but your voice and just a sense of relaxation. And coming out of it during the focus on their hands, I got this overwhelming sense of the chills, like a massive change in my body temperature that is still with me right now, that I'd love to put a blanket around me, but I'm not getting up.
That's good. That's a really good. That's another way to experience a sense of dispassion with the body. Beautiful. How are you? Sameer is left.
Sir, as soon as I start doing meditation, my body becomes very stiff, and just I all thoughts start dropping. Means whatever comes in my mind, it drops, and after that there is only darkness is left, and I just keep on listening to you, and in the end it becomes very peaceful, and means my eyes are more opened, and I feel good, means relaxed. Then I was at the beginning of the meditation.
That's beautiful. You see that no, everyone has to have a different experience based on the mind, based on our social, cultural conditioning, based on our education, based on the religion that we follow, based on the lifestyle we follow. It gathers a different impression. But gradually, what happens at a higher level, we all come to the same level of experience. So it's a beautiful. Any question, my friends?
When we say Om,
Yeah.
Om, that's a thought, right?
When I say Terry, what it means, tell me. I'm pointing to a person whose name is Terry. Right? So when I say Om, my mind should instantly go into the infinite space, just become aware of the infinite space, as if Om is the name of the infinite space.
Okay.
Second point, very important. When you say it is a thought, is it? Every thought has an object, an image, my friend. Can you tell me any thought which has no image? No. Tell me any thought. Thought without image cannot work. We discussed that in early days. What we said? Thought is equal to object plus, do you remember? I am. In the early sessions, you might have forgotten. Thought simply means I am plus any object.
Okay.
So keep smiling. We will meet again on Monday. Any more